Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Hashem Rakakodash. Much mercy to you, brothers that's in the spirit, and you true believers that's out there that can see this thing for what it is, hidden. Just like in those movies, the true X-Men. They were, when you look at the mutants and the X-Men in the movie, they didn't have like any position of power, but they actually had the power. So that power we have in this time is that gift of faith that the Lord blessed certain brothers with, and prophesying won't do you any good, if you don't actually have faith. And faith goes into belief, you see. And what I wanted to do, I just wanted to go into a couple things. Just being that of like Yahweh Shai, what he did was he taught faith in a way where through you believing on him, like he said, as the scripture have said, then out of your bellies will flow rivers of living water. And along with that too, you'll be able to see who's actually of him and who is of their father, the devil, like he could see. Psalms 31:23. Oh, love the Lord, all ye his saints, for the Lord preserveth the faithful, and plentifully rewardeth the proud doer. So there's no place for pride, and that's all that's filled with these with the world, you see. Let alone these men in these camps. But the Lord said, love, he says, oh, love the Lord, all ye his saints, for the Lord preserveth the faithful. And the Lord is taking care of the ones that's actually of the faith, that's actually faithful. He's preserving them. What preserving you is, what helps preserve you is keeping you lowly, keeping you out of like the spotlight and the fame and shit like that. Because what that does, that destroys you, man. I was looking at this guy and looking at everybody, man, that's teaching this truth, that's exalted, man. They just, like, they're not, I don't mean to harp on it, but it's just no faith there. The Lord isn't there. It's just guys just blabbering. It's just blabbering. This truth ain't about the black woman. This truth ain't about Esau going into slavery all goddamn day. It ain't about you talking about chariots. Because if you're not in the spirit, bro, the chariots don't, that shit don't concern you. It doesn't concern you, man, if you're not in the spirit, bro. So you got guys, they want to talk about the black woman and this and all this shit that don't even fucking matter, man. Esau's going into slavery. These are fucking side points. Because when guys don't have Yahweh Shai, they're going to bring out everything else. And why guys don't talk about Yahweh Shai? Because they don't have that faith like that, bro. And so they have to like mention them. But if you honestly pay attention to guys, there's no power with guys. Guys are in the flesh. And guys have been actually set up, like I said yesterday, as an opposition to the Lord and faith. And in two men that don't really have no fucking eyesight, or they can't really fucking see, they will fool a lot of fucking people. And that's what they're supposed to do. It's to gather the bundles. The Lord talks about in Matthew 13, the tares are being gathered in bundles, and they're going to be thrown in the fire. So in order to gather a bunch of tares, you need something to gather a bunch of motherfuckers in there that really ain't about shit anyway. So if you look at it, all these groups in these churches, they are the gathering point for all the undesirables, all the unbelievers, all the tares. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're actually of the Lord, then you won't be amongst where the wide gate is. So when you go to Matthew 30, Matthew 30 tells you that it's going to be bundles of tares. You see the tares he's going to gather up in bundles. So you need an instrument to help gather the bundles. I saw a title of a video. What was it called? It was called something like Christianity is some shit. Let me see if I can find that shit. Yeah, because guys, they speak on all these things of, the Christian church and this and that and this and this and this. But then when you look at it, when you really look at it, it's not just the Christian church. Oh yeah, Christianity is a fruitless tree. Well, these camps, they're a fruitless tree. Guys are thinking like the fame and the cloud and you just knowing people and you're the greatest in this world. That's gonna get you salvation, bro. That is actually fruitless, because the ones that's actually not seen and tucked away and that's not out there and great, those are the ones that's actually of the Lord. But you have men in this world, they're making themselves of the Lord. And they don't have anything to do with the Lord. They don't have anything to do with the Lord. And knowing that, guys is on this Christianity shit now, bro. Because Yahweh Shai is not nowhere actually on their mind. So these camps, they're fruitless because they're gathering undesirables. Now remember, and why would they be fruitless and undesirable? Because there's no true faith or movement like Yahweh Shai in these camps or in the world, and it has to be like made known. So Matthew, right, when the Lord is talking about I will gather the bundles and shit like that, these are like instruments that the Lord is going to use to actually use to gather a lot of guys that really don't fucking matter. Like let me explain this to you. Guys think because they have fame in this world that they matter to the Lord. And actually, you don't even matter, bro. Because guys is looking at this world and how this world looks at fame and clout as like that means something to the Lord. When at the same time, you're not even teaching the Lord like that. So yesterday, when I read yesterday, Matthew 7 goes into the wide gate. Now this world, look at this world, is totally evil. So anything that's like put out there is evil with the world. So when you go back to John chapter 17, the Lord prayed to keep us out of the evil. Now what's the evil? The world. Anything in the world. That's why 1 John said they're of the world, so the world loved them. So the world is going to love the wicked. And the wicked will have certain forms of the truth. They'll be right on some things. But a lot of the main things they're not going to be right on. So camps are that instrument that the Lord is using. Camps in these churches in the world, all this shit, social media, all these are like devices to help gather undesirables and the faithless generation. That's why when you go to what was that, Deuteronomy 32? Yeah, it's not about Christianity, it's about Yahweh Shai. Guys will talk about Guys are into Christianity. That man, that shit's of the world. Like you guys. Guys only talk about things that they're like. Deuteronomy 32:20. And Yahweh Shai is not in guys. Guys will not really go continually in Yahweh Shai because they're not of the Lord, bro. They're using the Lord. And what the Lord, what's happening, 1 Peter 4:17, the judgment has begun at his house. But what you got to understand is they do not, the scripture tell you that the wicked don't understand judgment. You see what I'm saying? So they're not going to get it because they're part of the world, which they think being exalted in this world is what is delightful to the Lord. And the Lord didn't pray for you to be part of the evil. He prayed for you to keep you from the evil, but to keep you in this world, but to keep you away from the evil. The evil is making yourself exalted. Deuteronomy 32:20, he said, I will hide my face from them and I will see what their end shall be. So these guys that's in the world, that's out there, the Lord is actually hiding from them. That's why guys don't go into Yahweh Shai, because they go into these Christians and shit of the world, bro. The black woman and is Solomon a homo or not? You get the correlation, all these topics that are of the world. These are topics that let you know guys are not in the spirit of the Lord. And guys going into Christianity, bro, hey, the Lord is clearly showing you that he has hid his faith from the majority of our people. And what you have to see is the Lord is not nowhere around camps, bro. They're just as of the world as these motherfucking rappers. As these people that like in the world, like all these motherfuckers in the world, shit, man. Just as football, baseball, just as Christianity, these camps, they're no better than Christianity, bro. They don't have any faith in there, bro. It's just that they got a little bit more info. But they're just as worse as the Christians, you camps. Yeah, and I said it. Deuteronomy 32:20, and he said, I will hide my face from them. It says, I will see what their end shall be, for they are a very forward generation, children in whom is no faith. So these guys that's out there, they're not teaching with faith, bro. They're just teaching because they're exalted in this wicked ass world. You got to look at it like you're exalted in a wicked ass world. The Lord ain't there with you. Verse 21, it says, they move me to jealousy with that which is not the Most High. They provoke me to anger with their vanities. I will move them to jealousy with those things which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. And when you go back to Esau, that's all Esau was created for. It was to be a sword on our people. What's that? Psalms chapter 17 and 13. You see? The wicked, which is the Lord's sword. I got one more scripture, then I'm gonna get this parable in Matthew real quick, because the Lord is using these camps as instruments to gather all the faithless and undesirable of our people. So like if you look at it, it doesn't matter how long a man has been teaching his truth. If you're not in the spirit, or if you're not moving like Yahweh Shai, everything you're doing, it is nothing what you're doing. It is nothing what you're doing. You see? Hey, Christianity, that's a part of the world. You know, that if you're rebuking Christianity, that's really at the same time, it's like really that don't even matter. That's just like you rebuking guys because they're playing football. Look, that's all part of the world too. The guys ain't gonna come out of that though. They're supposed to be gathered to Christianity. Guys are supposed to be gathered to these worldly things of the world so they could be destroyed. Just like you guys. Now what the Lord has done, he took in these fucking camps which has been totally corrupted. He's taken them and he made them a gathering point of the fucking wicked. Proverbs 28:5, evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. So we understand like where everybody is like the Lord. He said where there's where's everybody at, the Lord is not there. The wide gate is the gate to destruction. We understand that. Guys don't understand that. You're around guys that are Israelite celebrities that are getting thousands of views on the truth. You see, guys are not teaching the truth. This world will not accept Yahushua in his spirit. And for guys to make you actually believe that the world is like they're working with the enemy. They're working with the YouTube and shit like that, for the views and all that shit. Because look, they fuck with our views, bro. They fuck with our views. They fuck with our likes. They're fucking with everything our shit. But the false prophets, you see how they're false prophets? Because they get all the views and shit. Because they're of the world, man. That's why they don't understand that the Lord is actually judging their ass right now. And the Lord is like letting men around them know that he's going to judge them. And if you don't come out of there, you're going to be judged with their ass. But the scriptures say evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. So if you really are seeking the Lord, and if you really are seeking the Lord, because most guys, they're just seeking fame and clout and being with the most popular, they're not really seeking the Lord. If you're really seeking the Lord, you'll see that the Lord is not amongst the many, because the Lord said this is a wicked and evil generation. If you would understand that, you'll understand that the wide gate is the gate to destruction. That's what you got to understand. So now going to Matthew chapter 13, I want to read over this. Now we know the scripture in Zechariah where it says 2/3 of our people. But this is all discernment, because this is all discernment. I'm gonna start at 24. I'm gonna go down to 30, because when you understand it, the Lord wants the majority of the people, which are wicked anyway, to be gathered up in certain places where they can all be destroyed, because they're affiliated with the wicked. Now we know in Zechariah chapter 13 it tells you 2 parts need to be cut off and destroyed. So that's the overwhelming majority of our people. So in order to get 2/3 of our people to get that done completely, you have to set up these large groups, and you have to set up certain things that's going to gather a lot of guys so they can be destroyed. So therefore the Lord is not in none of these groups. They're not in none of these groups. Guys will talk about Christianity more than they're talking about the faith of the Lord. Guys will deny the covenant and then talk about Esau all fucking day. It's like guys deny the Lord and guys don't go into the Lord, but they will tell you about Christianity and they will repeatedly tell you about Esau. You see how guys are in the flesh? Christianity, that's in the world. Esau, he's in the flesh. Where's the Lord at? Nowhere in their ass, because the spirit is not dwelling in guys. He's not in groups. He's not in the wide gate. And the leaders and shit that guys are following, they're highly deceitful. So going back to Matthew 13, now this is Matthew 13 and 24. Now it says, in another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto man, which soweth good seed in his field. But while the man slept, his enemy came and soweth tares among the wheat and went his way. So what the enemy has done, he's taken the wicked, and what he did was he made the wicked teach what the good, to teach the Yahushua. So when you have the wicked in there teaching Yahushua, you're sowing tares in there, because guys that's wicked, the majority guys that's wicked, they're gonna draw to the wicked. They're not gonna draw to the spirit. You see, that's why guys talk about Esau's going into slavery, because that's pleasant to you. The black woman, that's easy. That's pleasant to you. Esau, that's pleasant to you. Yahushua, he never went into those topics like that, because it was all about his people. You go back to Esau, Esau is a sword for our people. That's basically why Esau was created, to put us in this captivity and be that sword. So the Lord understood that the main problem is the Lord's people repenting. So now, to show you that guys are not in the spirit, they're going to talk about the not the nucleus of the problem, but the outside of the problem. And they're going to go all around the problem when the problem is our people repenting. So you have the enemy, which have set up guys to actually put tares amongst the wheat. It says, but when the blade was strung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst thou not sow good seed in thy field? From whence then it has tares? Right, because Yahushua is that good seed. But what's happened with this world is you have the wicked set up. So they're sowing bad seeds. You see? Now it says, and he said unto them, an enemy have done this. And the servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go together and gather them up? So for a large portion of time, it was meant for the wicked to grow together, like the Lord's going to tell you. But he said unto them, Nay, least while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let them both grow into the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye the tares and bind them in bundles to burn them. Camps are being used as bundles. Is to bind bundles. Camps, the world, churches, all this shit are things that are being used to gather a lot of people together. Now it says, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. You see that? So you got to look at bundles, and these camps are the wide gate where everybody is, the multitude. That's the bundles that the Lord's going to burn up. Now, how do we know that? Because the Lord talks about 2/3 of our people he got to destroy. So it has to be like it has to be something that the Lord has to use to it has to be something that the Lord has to use, like these camps and like big organizations and shit of the world that's going to burn off a lot of our people. Matthew 13:40, as therefore the tares are gathered and burnt in the fire, so shall it be in the end of the world. And that's what we're in. We're in the end of the world where the separation has started, the division. When the Lord came on the scene, it is division. So now at the end of the world, the ones that's in the spirit, they're going to bring a division so the wheat can come out of the tares, which the tares are a lot. Remember, they're bundles of tares. They're bundles of tares. So basically, that's what I wanted to go into, these wide gates, the multitude in these camps where everybody is. They're being used to gather many tares. And the enemy what the enemy have done was sow the tares amongst the wheat. He brought the tares in there to act like they're teaching the Lord, and really what they're doing is they're bringing demons. And so that's why the Lord said, hey, the tares and the wheat, the enemy have done this, because this was a plan that was put out there so you can have guys confused. And the only way you're going to be able to see that is you actually being in the spirit and you having that faith. Now, 1 Peter 3:10, but the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth and its works that are therein shall be burnt up. So everything in this world that's not of the Lord is going to be burnt. It's going to be judged. It's going to be destroyed. Going back to the bundles that's going to be burnt out, put out there in the fire. If the Lord is going to destroy 2/3 of our people, a lot of our people need to be gathered in a lot of places. So through the Spirit, if you're affiliated with the world and with these churches and camps and with these deceitful men out there, you're going to be burnt up, you see. But with that, man, I could go on with this lesson, but matter of fact, Revelations 28:21-8. But the fearful and the unbelieving. So these guys are fearful of Esau. They're unbelieving in the Lord. The abominable, because being esteemed, that's an abomination. So these guys, they're all these things. Check this thing out. Revelations 21:8. But the fearful and unbelieving and abominable and the murderers. Guys that killed Yahushua, guys that killed the prophets. And now you don't have to physically kill the prophets. You just you do it through the Spirit. You see, you slander God's name. You see, you tell guys, why hear ye them? Why listen to those guys? You murdering guys in the Spirit. You murdered the Lord. You asked them out. It says the whoremongers, pimps, sorcerers, idolaters. All these guys, they're idolaters. They're sorcerers. They're witches. They're warlocks. And all liars. Talking about we're not in the new covenant. That's a fucking lie, bro. Shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. And with that, shalom. And death to the wicked. Shalom.